Hello everyone, welcome to an episode of TooHealthTalk. A show where we get to talk about real health challenges and get to break it down in a very simple and honest conversation. On today's episode, we have a very special guest, Dr. Do.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, welcome on the
Thank you.
show. If you want to support what we're doing, if you want to get to see more doctors, please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Back to Dr. Do. So, Dr. Do, today's topic is a very sensitive one, and bringing you on was also like very very special to us. That's why we're like, okay, let's bring someone that is into women's health. So you know people don't get to talk about premenopause. Do you know why? Or is it because it's not like everywhere? But first of all, what does it mean in like in a layman words?
Okay. Uh, First of all, thank you very much for having me. So, essentially, the term perimenopause means, should I say, to put it simply, the transition from the reproductive life or reproductive stage of a woman's life to the non reproductive stage. So, what this means is it's a transition from the period in which a woman is able to conceive to the period in which she is unable to conceive moving forward.
Or
Yeah.
so like what's the most common symptoms of premenopause?
Okay, so in the perimenopausal period, there are various symptoms which a woman can experience. These can be, should I say, grouped into various types. We have the vasomotor symptoms, which include, hot flushes, night sweats. This is when the woman feels, very hot. She's sweating for reasons that she cannot explain,
Yeah.
even in a well air conditioned room. Then we have joint aches, joint pains. We also have, psychological symptoms as well, such as, mood swings, anxiety. Women within that age, within that period, you find that they are more temperamental. Their mood can switch from 0 to 100.
No.
Really, yeah.
So is it that bad? Is it like a bad diagnosis or is it like a
No,
bad
no, no,
issue?
not at all. It is a very normal process. It is physiological process, which every woman within at a particular age would experience. I mean, I hope to experience get to that age too sometime, and these are very normal things. But the truth is that the intensity of these symptoms vary from person to person. Some women experience very mild versions of this, while some experience it, to a greater extent. But they are all very normal in most cases.
So now you talk about like it's a very normal like stuff that happens to women and like it's going to happen to you. I'm surprised you're saying
Oh,
it.
yes, now it's true. I mean, once I get to so women experience menopause generally between the ages of 45 to 48, or at most 55. So, I mean, I do hope and pray to get and to surpass that age. So, it is
So
something
so
I'm looking forward
so
to.
what gets like keep women prepared like for this?
The truth is, I'm not sure women prepare themselves to experience it. It's just, should I say, part of aging, basically. And then, yeah, with enough, should I say, awareness, women who are, should I say, I find that women who are better aware and informed about their health.
Yeah.
Maybe women who have already developed the habit of tracking their menstrual cycles, either using applications or natural methods. I find that they tend to be better informed and prepared for this, menopausal phase of their lives.
So what role does lifestyle changes get to have like affect this perimenopause?
Okay, so lifestyle changes are actually very important within the menopausal period, because this is a phase in which aside the whole hormonal changes that are taking place in the woman with regards to her menstrual cycle, she's also aging naturally. So her body is changing, her metabolism is slowing down. She's more predisposed to metabolic illnesses and cardiovascular diseases as well. So lifestyle changes such as improved diets, healthy diets, balanced diets, exercise, these have like great roles to play in slowing down, or should I say easing the transition to slow down the occurrence of cardiovascular diseases, to improve like their heart health, to improve their metabolism and all of that. So it's all very important.
So now, what's the biggest myth about perimenopause, like you've ever heard about?
Okay, should I say, well, I haven't, like you said, menopause is not something that is, should I say, generally talked about for some reason as much as it should. So I've heard very little myths to be honest, but I think the one I find particularly funny is that, women, once you're in the menopausal period and you fall down, instantly your bones will break, or if you try to lift something heavy, you have broken bones and all of that. I mean, it goes to show that at least they have, should I say, some sort of insight into the fact that within the menopausal period, women's bones are generally more fragile, but they are not as fragile as people, should I say, make them out to be.
Or
So, yes.
so what about this unusual weight gain? Is it related to perimenopause?
Yes. So with regards to weight gain, it is believed that a woman gains weight when she crosses the menopausal period. So, for the context, actually, I just remember that I did not actually define what menopause is. So, menopause essentially is a cessation of menstrual cycle, cessation of menstruation for at least 12 consecutive months following, estrogen depletion and reduced sensitivity of the ovarian follicle. So, what this means essentially is that before you can say a woman has attained menopause, it means she has not, seen her menses for at least 12 consecutive months.
Oh,
Yes, so it's not, but within the perimenopausal period, she might experience, little spotting and bleeding in between, but she has not, you cannot clinically say, okay, this woman has attained menopause. So, back to your question, which was what again? Sorry.
well, I think I even missed that set. So now,
Yeah.
for are there some kind of like symptoms that women overlook during this phase?
Mm, Not necessarily, I would say maybe they are just not aware of the changes that are, taking place in their body. But it's not like, I mean, menopause is not a disease. It's not like a disease that, we have to particularly look out for symptoms and, be aware of danger signs and all of that. So but there are things that women should actually look out for, like I mentioned. There's psychological changes, the hot flushes, night sweats and all of that. Those are changes that they should look out for.
So when talking about mental health, does this perimenopause affect women's mental health?
Oh, definitely, and significantly, I must say. These the psychological changes, like I mentioned. The woman may not really understand why. All of a sudden, her mood is more labile. You know, generally with menstrual cycle, it's the women are known. It's I think it's common knowledge that we tend to have mood swings due to hormonal influence and all of that. And these mood swings are even more, should I say, heightened within the menopausal period. So, the woman doesn't really understand why. She just knows that she's more angry, she's easily moved to tears probably compared to how she was before. So, and these can greatly like affect her mental health, especially if she doesn't have, you know, the right social and family support. You know, it can lead to things like depression, anxiety, yeah, to say the least. So it does affect, you know, women's mental health as
So
well.
for like before we go now, what is like the general advice you're able to give to women attaining this particular age? Like you said, women get to meet this perimenopause between 45 to 50 years or two. Like what's your general overview? What's your general advice to women? Like, you know, for them to get prepared that, oh, something like this is coming, because this stuff is not this talk about. And you talking about it now is going to create more awareness that, okay, when I get to social age, I did not commit sin. That's why I'm feeling this way. I did not do this. That's why I'm feeling this way. So, what's the general overview and advice?
Okay, so first of all, I must commend, you know, the fact that you chose this topic because, like you said, it's not talked about enough. But essentially, what I would say is that one, it is very important to be aware of your health. It's not enough to, you know, just know the terms or know what it means. It's important that every woman should, you know, take responsibility for her own health. You know, women generally, we look after others, we look after our children, our husbands, our family. A lot of women neglect their own health, particularly their reproductive health, especially in cases where women are already done having children. You know, they do not pay enough attention to their own health. So it is very important for, you know, them to track their cycle, their reproductive cycle, go for checkup regularly. It is recommended, especially for women above 40, in which, you know, they are predisposed to all sorts of, you know, cancers and all of that, to go for checkup for at least twice a year.
Oh,
Yeah, and then, you know, get as much social psychosocial support. You know, family, lean on family, talk to someone. If you notice anything strange in your body, be bleeding, any swellings, please talk to someone. Go see your doctor, have it checked out. Don't take anything for granted.
thank you
Yeah.
so much, Dr. Do, for coming on the show. And at this point, we've come to the end of today's episode. I want to thank you for watching up to this moment. For what we're doing, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next episode.
Thank
Bye.
you.